Well, hi everyone. It's Dr. Adam Lodzinski here, and welcome to the Conflict Resolving Network. For those of you who are new to the channel, very briefly, I'm a professor at the Adler Graduate Professional School in psychology and a conflict resolution specialist who, over the last 15 years or so, has helped hundreds of people resolve conflicts in all kinds of situations: romantic, family, friends, and workplace. Well, today I want to comment on I want to share with you some observations about an absolutely beautiful quote by the poet Kahlil Gibran. A friend of mine sent me this quote. I had never seen or heard it before. So thank you, Bahar, if you're watching, for sending me this. So here's the quote: between what is said and not meant, and what is meant and not said, most love is lost. Now, what can I possibly add to that? Well, let me try. Often in conflict, our emotions hijack our thoughts. And so our feelings basically can hijack our thinking. And consequently, the words that come out of our mouth and the things that we do in conflict. So often what is said is not meant, partly because of the way in which emotion works on our thinking process. As I've said in my book, everybody knows it's easy to think outside the box. It's extraordinarily difficult to feel outside the box. Now, the second part of this quote, I think, is also really important. And what is meant and not said. So between what is said and not meant, and what is meant and not said, most love is lost. So let's think about that for a sec. Thinking about what we want to say to someone, brings us into some interesting territory sometimes. We really want to say something, and we think we've got it kind of sorted in our minds. But even when we do, well, there's really two or three things that stand in the way of us saying what we really want to say to someone. Partly it's fear and anxiety over perhaps being ridiculed or being put down or not taken seriously, or simply outright being rejected. That's hard. That's hard for anyone. And so quite often people won't say what they really want to say for those reasons. Now, what we want to say might be very loving and very positive and very, inviting. It might also be something that we want to say that's kind of critical, kind of needs to be said, to sort of get that elephant in the room out of the room. But in any case, what it takes is courage and trust. Now, courage in part comes from trust. From trust comes courage. Courage to say what we really want to say to someone. Trust is earned. It's not given. And in any relationship, it takes time. It takes time to build the trust that you need in order to develop the ability to say to the other person what it is you really mean to say. Now, why did Kahlil Gibran say, between what is said and not meant and what is meant and not said, most love is lost? Is because if we want to talk about any kind of relationship, romantic, family, what have you, any relationship with someone who means something to us, we're talking about at least a form of love. Okay? And love needs many things, but above all, communication. You've got to say, and you got to show how you feel. Actions will always speak louder than words. So, bearing that in mind, I think between what is said and not meant, or said or done and not meant, and what is meant and not said or done, most love is lost. Well, I'm going to leave you with that thought. I hope that is is worth is worth thinking about. And if you liked this video, please like it, subscribe, share. That would be so great. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to say bye for now. Take care, and all the best until we see you next time.